H. Williamson, a wiry country lawyer from the sleepy East Texas town of Tyler, has dedicated much of his 8 years in the Texas House of Representatives to forcing his stone-faced colleagues to crack a smile. And while he modestly shuns the title of House Jester, Williamson never passes up an opportunity to pop a well-timed wisecrack or to poke fun at the most sacred of cows, including himself.
Well, Mr. Reynolds, my real question is this. Now, you putting yourself in my place. I've got a one. Well, maybe we can do it another way. Let's say that you're a country lawyer, like some of us are, and a client comes into your office and say, "Well, what can I do for you?" And you walk in specialist. You happen to specialize in anything that you can get to walk through the door.
I decided the very first thing when I got in politics that, number one, I would never take myself serious, but I would take my job serious. And I think there's a big difference. Now, there are some of my colleagues, unfortunately, who take themselves very serious, but they're flippant toward their responsibility, or do not accept their responsibility. And to me, I think they're just putting the cart before the horse, and I'd rather people laugh at me than at what I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to spell out that the immunity or the privilege here belongs to the source and not the newsman, so as to put it in its proper perspective in all other immunity or privilege communication situations.
What I'm asking you is, doesn't your amendment require that the source come forward to invoke the privilege? Does it not?
Yes, it does.
All right, how is he going to do that and then still remain a confidential source? That's all I want to know. Then I'll leave this back, Mike, if you'll tell me that.
Well, Mr. Grant, you're an accomplished attorney from East Texas and well known as a sage of the Caddo.
I have a love affair with the legislature itself, the process, the whole process.
Mr. Jones did a yeoman's task and a scholarly presentation in his objection. I feel somewhat like he might be cheating doing that much homework on my amendment.
I feel that humor, or the proper use of humor when it's properly used, is like any other tool of the trade as far as making a point is concerned. And sometimes I'll use humor or satire or sarcasm or sincerity or levity or just, it's just one of the many modes of expression. It's very seldom that anything that I do that may appear purely humorous on its surface to an observer, does not have an actual point connected to it.
This amendment that I have.
In the midst of heated debate on the House Ethics Bill, Williamson used his joking on the outside, serious on the inside strategy to perfection to make a point about the proposed State Ethics Commission. The bill had the commission appointed by top state politicians, but Williamson had another idea.
In its place, what I've done, and I'll try to simply explain it because it's an elaborate 4-page amendment here, it lets the farmer, or the foremans of grand juries send their names in to the Secretary of State. And the Secretary of State draws their names out of a wheel. And he gets 21. 21 members.
Well, that could even be a squirrel cage then, couldn't it?
Yes, sir. It might even be a still. But this is not a wet, dry issue.
I've tried to be sort of an escape valve and try to let some of the pressure off at the time. I think this is the thing, and without overdoing it.
This amendment when adopted, will put true democracy, it will